3-4 hours, then the Libyan police found us. They gave us water and helped us into cars. The group from Sudan, Senegal, Ghana, and Mali had walked for 4 hours before a Libyan border patrol that Reuters accompanied found them at the weekend. Omar says the patrol gave them water and food. She and her husband Yassine Adam fled their Khartoum home because of the warfare that suddenly broke out there in April, traveling through Chad and Algeria before arriving in Tunisia. They say that after they were arrested along with the other migrants, the police beat the men, took their phones, and abandoned them in the desert. Reuters could not independently verify their accounts. The UN Migration Agency, IOM, said about 300 individuals had been provided with food and medical assistance at a Libyan government facility in Al-Assar. Migrants, Libyan border guards, and rights groups accused Tunisia of expelling migrants across the frontier into a featureless wilderness far from towns or villages in the height of summer as a part of a month-long crackdown. Libya has reported finding bodies of migrants who died in the desert. Tunisia's Interior Ministry denies dumping migrants in the desert, and President Kais Saied has described the reports as misinformation aimed at discrediting the country.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, verse 8, as it reads, "For that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vexed this righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds." That was the KJV. It's the GNT version. That good man lived among them, and day to day he suffered agony as he saw and heard their evil actions. Call Halayim La, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bikahakwadash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect and the chosen of Israel, Yasharallah, to USA Shalom, Shalom to Ha'akim, Wa'akwath, Wa'bunyan, and those of you that's new and young into the faith, it is truth. Vexing it is, vexing, What's vexing is oligarchy. Kind of find out that is the correct pronunciation of the word. All right. I brought out a couple lessons ago. All right. As you see in this breakdown, it says oligarchy. All right. Noun, small group. No. Did it say? Yeah, small group of people. Salakia. I gotta make that look better. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, as you can see where I corrected that spelling there. Small group of people having control of a country, organization, or institution. All right, then go says, what is oligarchy in simple terms? Yeah. All right, I'll pull it back so I can share with the class this time. All right, broadly speaking, an oligarchy is a form of government characterized by the rule of a few persons or families. More specifically, the term was used by Greek philosopher Aristotle. In contrast to aristocracy, which was another term to describe rule by a privileged few. All right. As you can see, it says oligarchy versus monarchy. Oligarchy, the power in an oligarchy is held by a small elite group. Unlike in a monarchy, members of an oligarchy do not necessarily achieve their status based on ties, noble Salaki, let me read that up. Members of an oligarchy do not necessarily achieve their status based on ties, noble ancestry. Rather, they may ascend to positions of power because of military might, economic power, or similar circumstances. Okay, see. All right. This is a little scrabble real quick because my battery was dying at the time copying these headlines. All right. So these are some headlines for some over the past few days. It says an oligarchy headlines really. EU approves £424 million military aid for Ukraine and eyes further sanctions. All right. Another one says Treasury blocks $1 billion trust owned by Russian oligarchs. All right. Another one reads seized Russian super yacht docks in Hawaii waving U.S. flag. Another one reads $30 billion from Russian oligarchs frozen under repo seizure effort. Another one reads Putin linked elites, yachts, firms targeted for sanctions. Another storyline says the story of Putin as told by those in the room with him. The next one reads Treasury, Russia war bolsters need to combat illicit finance. Another one reads bill to crack down on Russian dirty money, salvaged for lacking teeth. Okay. Bill to crack down on Russian dirty money, salvaged for lacking teeth. Second from the bottom reads 570 million pounds, not pounds. Listen, so it says, what's that currency called? Salakia, okay? I skipped some, skip it a ton. Salakia, 570 million. Super yacht owned by Putin seized by Italian authorities. The last one reads, oligarchs to patriarchs. EU eyes sanctions for Orthodox head. These are headlines from recent. The reason why I brought them up because of to detail on what oligarchy is and what powers are out here, and I didn't go into all those. Okay, all right. What's most important is their lead from one to the other. All right. Or they wouldn't be connected at all. All right. Now you come full circle from these lessons. This is thesis now, as you can see. Now, okay, it reads 1. It has 3 points. 1, a statement or theory that is put forward as a premise to be maintained or proved, as in his central thesis is that psychological life is not part or, so I can read that again. Okay. His central thesis is that psychological life is not part of the material world. All right. Synonyms. All right. Theory. All right. contention, argument. Line of argument, proposal, proposition, premise, assumption, presumption, hypothesis, postulation, surmise, supposition, belief, idea, notion, opinion, view, theme, subject, topic, text, matter, theorem. All right. 2. A long essay or dissertation involving personal research written by a candidate for a college degree, as in a doctoral thesis. Synonym, dissertation, essay, paper, treatise, disquisition, composition, monograph, study, piece of writing theme. 3. An unstressed syllable or part of a material foot in Greek or Latin verse. All right. So those of us who've been in school have been across these situations where you had to write these papers. Now, as we say, these elites have these ideas. Okay. As I just pulled out of here, are these synonyms here. All right. And where it says, shoot, where was it say? Was it? Surmise, supposition, Slovakia, belief, idea, notion, things of that nature, opinion, view, and they all get together, these round tables, you know what I'm saying? They all get together and start coming up with stuff, these bright ideas of theirs. Now there's antithesis here. As you see how that is written there. Antithesis. Now, and it reads, pull it back some. A person or thing that is the direct opposite of someone or something else. All right. That's a point. It says, love is the antithesis of selfishness. Synonym. Direct, opposite, converse, reverse, reversal, inverse, obverse. The other extreme, the other side of the coin, the flip side. All right. As in some examples. What is an example of What is an example of an antithesis? Some common examples are: hope for the best, prepare for the worst, keep your mouth closed and your ears open. Speech is silver, but silence is gold. Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. All right. And in a nutshell, antithesis deals in opposites. It means the complete opposite of something. Okay. That leads me to the synthesis, also a noun. Okay. All right. One of these words I've been stumbling over. Hope I get through it. Let me see. 1 point has 3 points. Okay. The combination of ideas to form a theory or a system. All right. The synthesis of intellect and emotion in his work. Synonyms. Combination. And they're going to try to combine balm to cure her pain. You combine some medications together to make a new serum or whatever, medicines, chemicals, for a better choice of words. You combine a few chemicals together to come up with some damn doctrine or chemicals situations, you know what I'm saying? All right, sometimes the shit ends up as reverse magnets, like it's getting ready to unfold these days. It's like some of the sins that we are committing that we don't even know we're committing due to the 613 commandments. The clothes we wearing, the houses we living in, the air we breathing, this is all sins, man. Thanks to these guys' synthesis, their ideas and shit. Okay, it goes on to read synonyms, combination, union, amalgam, AMALGAM. That's the word I was struggling against. I could be pronouncing it right or not. Alexa didn't tell me damn thing. She said she didn't know that one. She says, Alexa, what does AMALGAM spell? I don't know that one. Same old bullshit, AI done got her ass. Anyway, amalgam, I just called it that, hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. All right, blend, mixture, compound, fusion, coalescence, composite, concoction, conglomerate, alloy, combining, unification, uniting, merging, amalgamation, just adjective of the word we just went over. Conglomeration, weaving, interweaving, reconciliation, marrying, meshing up. 2, the production of chemical compounds by reaction from simpler materials. The synthesis of methanol from carbon monoxide and hydrogen. 3, in Hegelian philosophy, the final stage in the process of dialectical reasoning in which a new idea resolves the conflict between between thesis and antithesis. Let me say that clearly. A new idea resolves the conflict between thesis and antithesis. Okay. All right. Basically what we just saw in the desert there. All right, all rolled into one. How they got Jake out there, and as I was, in a breakdown rant, I call it a breakdown rant. From my vantage point, a breakdown rant from the last lesson. Yeah, they got speckled birds, man, all over the place here. You can tell which ones they are. Cause you see those pushed to the furthest. You know what I'm saying? They got Jake, some coming up here from the south, from different areas of the four corners. As prophesied, everybody's coming here. The rest of them, they trying to do away with. However, as we saw Jake go into some real Job-esque type of situations, man, out in that desert there. We got to remember, this is why we got to watch and pray. Okay, that devil, and his ideas, yeah, man. So this is just something quick through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, I say, Salaki, I hope someone find this edifying. Hope you find this edifying. And with that, I say, Shalom. Call Halayim La, Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, B'Kahakwadash. Double honors to our elders, apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom.